FIFA Pro Clubs, the game mode that you only go on when you get bored of playing Ultimate Team. And sadly, this is the case for a lot of people. So many people finally get onto Pro Clubs around, March, April, and later on in the year. This is where Pro Clubs currently stands in the world of FIFA 21. Now, to be fair, with each FIFA that goes by, I'm seeing more and more people even earlier go onto Pro Clubs. So with that said, with this information, let's get into why, for me, FIFA 21 Pro Clubs is the sleeping giant with the entire FIFA franchise, of why I feel like Pro Clubs, the fact that it has been almost looked down upon and almost just been kind of sneered at by EA is absolutely ridiculous, just because of one reason and one reason only, and that is purely that making money isn't as easy over there. Today I put out a tweet saying society if EA aimed at Pro Clubs as its competitive game mode, and it's already blew up quite fast because a lot of people know that it is true. Imagine, instead of it being the current gaming system of the competitive esports team where it's just one Donny in his bedroom against another Donny in his bedroom, they're both there just in silence playing with the same Hullet and the same Eusebio and Arna Ronaldo and the same players in FUT. They can only control one player, and the game is massively based on just AI bouncers and AI through balls and AI pass assistance and AI defending and blocks. Imagine a world where instead of having one Donny in his bedroom, it's 11 Donnies in a call with each other, and imagine those 11 Donnies actually in the same room with one another and they all play FIFA together. Imagine the scenes if you score a 90th-minute winner and you see just all 11 lads just jump out and just start hugging in the middle because they just scored a 90-minute winner. It'd be a literal scene. We all know Pro Clubs is the more ideal game mode for an esport because guess what? You have control of each player on the pitch. It's 11v11 and it's all based on your marking, your defending, your attacking, your skills. If this was competitive, then it would actually make a lot more sense because there would actually be some proper tactics in place with the team. Who marks out who? If you double team someone, if you go more wider or narrower, there's some actual tactics here that actually makes a difference. Me just pressing just drop back and my custom tactics on FUT is so simple because then just my entire team, my defense, my mid just goes back. But imagine trying to do a drop back system with actual players. It would be nowhere near as good because guess what? Most people are dumb and they make mistakes. Humans are much more likely to make mistakes. I just feel like it'd be a lot more better to watch if we saw 11v11, and people will say, oh, but what about money? What about how will EA get the money? EA makes 1.49 billion each year just off Ultimate Team alone. I'm pretty sure they're able to pay 11 people on the pitch, and that may be the reason why they don't want to do it, because they just don't want to give out more money. If I ask you this right now, then tell me it honestly, what is the most fun you've had on FIFA in the last year or two? Tell me, honestly, what's the most fun you've had? If you have played Pro Clubs, even if it's just 3 of your friends or 5, or you're doing 4 11v11, or doing a proper competitive VFL or VPG, actual competitive leagues, I guarantee you will tell me that you had more fun playing Pro Clubs with your mates than anything you've done on FUT. Games are about being social, and that is what Pro Clubs is all about. You being your friends, going bangers, having a laugh, and having a go at your mate when he misses on one-on-one, or having a go at your mate because he sucks at left back, or your friend that gets silver 2 in weekend league and he's playing as a centre mid and he's always up as a striker. Pro Clubs creates memories, man. I don't have memories of me playing and doing Lacquettes in FIFA 19. I don't really remember. I can't think of a single moment like, oh yeah, remember that I Lacquetted this guy 9 times in a row. I don't think about that. I think of the times that when I was playing FIFA 19 Pro Clubs, it was a 90th minute and we were 2-0 up and we somehow bottled it and lost 3-2. I'm not even lying. That's a true story, and I've never laughed so much in my life.
Yeah. Into Ryan. Ryan! Yes! 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 Come on! Yes! 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 Get back! Yes! Yes!
So that is the competitive side, and what is obviously so much better about it, that it actually is based on your team and your tactics and what you want to do, and your players are managed by actual humans. It would be a lot more impressive to be very good at the game if it's actual people and not just one person with one AI and a 10 AI doing the rest for him. But let's get into the money part of it now. And this is why EA have not really aimed at pro clubs, because they make so much money from FUT. I guess as I said earlier, 1.49 billion. That's from the last. That's in 2020 alone. They made like 1.23 billion back in 2019 as well, so they're making more and more money. So that is again a reason why they probably won't do anything here. I am begging people who play FUT, play it all you want. I won't stop you. I can see why people like FUT. I like FUT at times, but just there's no need to put your money in the game. There's literally no need whatsoever, because if EA makes more and more money from FUT, then they won't see any point of changing anything that they have. Any attention that they have will just be all onto that, because that makes the most money. Right now, there is no monetization on FIFA Pro Clubs whatsoever, and there's also really no new features. If you even play Pro Clubs and you know that it's just looked down upon, and that most glitches that is in the game, which is somewhat game breaking, doesn't even get fixed for literal months. There's a period that's even like a formation you cannot use, and it just isn't put into the game for the longest time. If EA so badly wants to make money from Pro Clubs to give it any attention whatsoever, then there are some ways they could do that. If it's monetization of kits and badges, brand new celebrations and balls and whatever else they want to do, they could do that. If they really want it, so that you can pay to get some specific lines on a pitch, if you want custom blue pitch lines, you can if you really want to. If that is what it will take for EA to give it any attention whatsoever, then I honestly don't mind. I actually don't mind you paying for things that you know you will get, as long as it's things that will not give you a advantage. So for example, you can't pay for, a better boost, you can't pay for 5+ pace upgrade, or you can't pay for a better AI. If it's for simple things like kits and badges and whatever else you can think of that is like customization, personal design, then be my guest, feel free. If they want to monetize the fact that you can play as Thierry Henry, you can have the Thierry Henry face pack and whatever else, then sure, honestly, that'd be great. I think people would love that. Because right now, if you go onto the FIFA Ultimate Team YouTube section, it's just pack openings, and you already know what kind of content there is, and that's completely fine, because that is what FT is like. If you haven't already, which you probably have, because if you know me, then you must know him, go over to my boy JCC's channel now, because he does like Pro Clubs video on a daily, almost daily basis. He's on that game mode. That's literally all he plays. Like literally, I don't think he's touched FUT since FIFA 17 pretty much, and literally I don't blame him really at all, because when I play clubs with him, it's just a complete laugh like each time. If you're with like a good group of lads, like Pro Clubs is the best, most enjoyable time. Yes, I could play him in a 1v1 with FUT, but it's not the same thing. It's not the same banter if you're like actually trying to beat each other, because it's actually better when you're working together to try and beat someone else. And I think that social aspect is kind of missing here now, because now each game is literally just all about just reward, not just playing a game because you want to play the game, but you're playing a game because you just want to go get that new pack or that new card or that new whatever else reward there is. Right now in the background, I'm going to put on some Pro Clubs content just so that you can see how much of a laugh this is, because this is a sleeping giant, man. Do I hear is that 18th place in chat right now? Is that 18th place?
I'm on 4G. I'm a broken man, guys.
You're on 4G?
He's on 4G, man.
Are you even able to play Pro Clubs?
We're gonna find out.
Is there a graph, man?
I'm still getting assists. I'm up. See,
This is dark.
Oh, 4G! 4G!
I'm the best player in the world. I hope that on Christmas morning, your dad walks up to you with one of them stun guns that they put cows down with and just...
That's outrageous. I can't believe you just said that.
Very oddly specific.
The audacity from a man who's playing on it. You're playing on a Nintendo 64 controlling capabilities.
The one bar's out.
Yeah, I understand why you'd give me one bar, because it would be too f***ing easy with 3 of them.
The guy is actually playing on 4 frames per second. He's still doing flip.
These lot have just been annihilated by a guy playing this game on 20 chicken nugget box from McDonald's. That's actually outrageous.
I have got a sore back.
No, don't do this. The
Associates.
gang back together and associates.
John and people.
That is not our title. Why is our cam playing CDM? We're not CDM playing cam, by the way. Can I?
Why? Because why not, bro? Wait, is this meant to be CDM?
This is CDM and your cam.
You're chatting wasp, bro. I'm taking CDM up because he's not here, fam. There's just nobody here, so.
Look at the top left. It's the battle of the streaming service.
Oh, get out of it, bro. You're such a nerd. You're such a nerd.
Of curiosity, yeah, how much have you already spent on the 4G so far?
£45.
Off.
Yeah, £45, mate. I've had no internet since the 9th of December. So
You might as well buy FIFA points.
that's where this conversation ends.
Look at that. Look at how enjoyable that is. You don't even need to win games and it's still fun. But it is a bit more enjoyable if you win games, because then you actually do get quite a nod of each other. That is, of course, JCC's video from us lot playing clubs back in December. Of course, go and sub to him, and also sub here as well. I want you guys in the comments. To give me your thoughts and opinions of pro clubs. Do you play it? Do you play it more than FUT? I think this is a sleeping giant, and I really want, I want to see a world where EA can somehow give it just any sort of love. It could be currency so that you can go buy stuff. If it's to upgrade your stadium, if it's to upgrade your badges, or to get into a league. Imagine like an actual league with pro clubs that it works out in the game. That'd be amazing. That imagine like a daily knockout kind of tournament thing, so like you could have like 16 people that are all available at one time, and you can go log in, and then you can actually get into a tournament and you face each other. I just think that there's so many like cool ideas that they can like put into this, and it seems like they just do all they can to like not do it. That's my own little waffle right there, but I'll see you guys tomorrow for another video, and yeah lads, I'll see you next time.